afternoon, all. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. You can hear you, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. You're all welcome. Let's, as usual, let somebody quickly give us a short prayer, please. Let's start. Yeah. Let somebody pray for us. Short one. Don't kick off. Let somebody pray for us.
Name.
Amen.
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you because you're a good God. Even as we be coming together to study, to learn, we pray for insights. We pray that even as we've learned, you give us the capacity and the grace to act upon it for the benefit of all in Jesus' name.
Amen. Praise the Lord. That is good. Thank God for this short prayer. Yes, quick one. We are starting, as usual, we want to look at the market performance on a daily chart. And I will tell you the market rally that we saw yesterday was as a result of stocks, regarding a momentum for the past week. And don't forget that market pulled back on Monday, but other 4 days market. But on Friday, market had a very mixed session, very volatile. Market turned red the same day before it blew out. Immediately they released the inflation figure, a better economic data that market are looking forward to. As they saw the figure for inflation, the consumer price index, that really triggered another dimension in the market. So the market closed almost 0.75 yesterday, and both medium and low cap they joined the rally. Tell you that market is changing dimension. That means you and I in the market, this is time for us to sit tight and sitting tight. I'm telling you, it is time to use your technical analysis most. Those that are came for masterclass, I told them one thing that in technical analysis, we said trend is your friend. Also, technical analysis said no pattern, no trade. The index, both all the index, the banking, insurance, consumer goods, industrial, oil, they've all given us different patterns before today. And people that came to masterclass will review it. Even at this meeting, last one, I just review those patterns in those indices. But what we saw during the week, especially on Friday, tells you that market is entering another dimension, seeing that consumer price index figure, and people were also moved to the market. And also don't forget that the last KGB option that was done, there was a decline in the longer tenor. While other tenor, the two shorter tenor, 91 days and 81, 82 days, maintain the same rate, but the longer tenor dropped to just around the 25 points from 7.5 to 7.25. Tells you that also people are looking at that angle that if there's also some of a decline in rate, they are likely to get shorter return in the equity market, especially as any seasons around the corner. And this any season, I always say that Q3 is very important. As you have seen the Q3 number, they will design which company will pay the good dividend, and it will be a shorter period. From now to around April, it's less than 6 months, and that is where they can make faster money, and the yield is high. And capital appreciation to it, they might likely see more fund entering the market. And also, if you look at our money flow index on a weekly, on a daily chart, which I'm going to show you, I'm just trying to give you some insight. It has already crossed 80. One of them is already reading 94 points. It tells that on a daily chart, funds is entering the market, while the weekly has just confirmed it is a strong trend. It tells you that we in the market, we should just relax and watch. And I said earlier that this is time for you to up your game. I say it often and often in technical analysis. For anywhere in the world, both fundamentalists and the technicians, if you want to make money, you must know how to come together, having knowledge in this area, and also take advantage of the market with this insight you have. That is how to go about making money in the market. This is a time for you not to just to sit and be complaining, but rather take advantage of information that you are gathering here, and the ones you are getting test, you add it to what you do and make a firm investment decision. That means, as I said earlier, that what we saw on Friday was purely market rally that reacted toward the consumer price index, and at the same time, any season coming closer, because you see the first non-financial company that released third quarter, I call it 9 months of Q3, what I call it, result. And you see that this result was fantastic, and it beat market expectation, I will tell you. we're expecting a better number, but not to this extent. Tell that UCAP has set a pace for itself now. That stock, the way to go, it depends on the market. But one thing should be clear to you. I said is that as a technician or a fundamentalist, look at volume and what and earnings. These are the two major factors that drive price. I'm going to discuss what happened in First Bank. When you see volume in a stock and you see earnings going up, it's a matter of time. The stock will hit roof. It will hit the roof because there's something driving it. Demand is there. There is sentiment there. There is momentum in that stock, and that started happening already. In a UCAP, it tells you that where that stock is going as we speak now. For the week, generally, we saw that it's a trend. That the market is still gathering momentum. And when we go back to the weekly chart, I'll show you what we call the 3-stack candles already formed in that kind of formation or that kind of pattern. It tells you that some market is going somewhere. Don't forget that before now, last week, we spoke about head and shoulder. And I told you that this is a pattern, I call them classic pattern. This classic pattern, there are 3 of them, which we want to discuss. Here, you see them. What is that classic pattern in any stock or in any index? It tells you that something is about to happen. And when it forms, we discuss it in the master class, that look at what's about to happen. And as we discuss, you can see it already respond to that direction. That means as we're expecting more funds to come to the market. Also, don't forget that as on its own naturally, the last quarter of the year has some seasonality that comes with it. That is why when I saw stuff like Len Africa dropping with almost when they mark down, I saw there was a good opportunity for design investor. Why? You know that this season between July to end of June is the way people are preparing for school, preparing for what to resume. Many schools have ordered a lot of books from all these publishers, University Press, Len Africa for their students. It's their normal period. We expect their numbers to be good. Now they've marked down Len Africa. You should take advantage of that situation that the price is down now, and we're expecting a better number because this is their season. That's why I say seasonality that associated with equity investment, you should not just ignore it at any time. These are the things that you use to what we call market timing. Even in technical analysis, you have it market timing. You know the right time that this stock goes to move. And when you have that, your technical analysis before you, as you are seeing the pattern, you read around the volume, around the candlestick, around the direction of the market. Once you get all this, at your fingertip, you can make informed decision. And I will tell you that the market has displayed trend, displayed positive sentiment. That what you are displaying now is to guide because this, vibe we are seeing, this better vibe we are seeing in the market. It tells you that market is heading to a particular place. And don't forget as we speak now, market year to this is above 2 points. And I said it earlier at the beginning of this year that this market is going to grow positive. You were saying, what do you see? The January, I was saying it. You can see that the last quarter of the year is most active quarter, and we're already seeing what is happening. If it is going this direction, that means in no distant time, we'll see how market is going to play out, especially when the numbers hit the market and they beat the expectation. The state of the numbers will determine. See how market reacted to just UCAP number. That's why I said those that earlier bought our material on investing with any season, they know actually what they've done before now and already smiling because the position ahead. You don't wait to see the figure, the actual number before you jump into your position. No, you must have studied the company's trend. You have seen the trend of this company in their Q1 number, Q2 number. That will give you an insight what you're going to expect in their third quarter position. For me, this is just a start. What UCAP does is just to give you a clue. And don't forget, apart from UCAP, look at the 2 mortgage companies that are also released the results. I will tell you, yes, they are low cap stocks, their prices are low, but look at the number that came from those mortgage companies. It also give you an insight. A company like Living Trust also released their number, which is very, very impressive. They grew their top line and the bottom line. Also, Infinite Trust, market also released their number. It's a clue that what we're likely to see in the bank sector. They might not be full commercial bank, but it will give you an insight what is likely to happen in the financial sector. Don't forget that before now, we have said that what have supported all this rally, especially in bank like First Bank and other that, we are saying that because these banks have made a huge provision in the previous years, and now that the sector that we are likely exposed is now recovering, and we expect that because the sector is doing well in terms of oil price, that they are about to be kind of recovering. And that recovery is going to reflect on the financial sector, on the bank sector. And they have made provision for this non-performing because according to because of the regulators, you can't dump it. If anything that you're supposed to pay a bad loan, make provision for it. And when they are made provision, yes, they pay dividend to investors, but no dividend was from what was left to them. But now that if they're going to do a kind of recovery for them, it will come as a plus to their bottom line. And these banks are now kind of breathing out because they are been recovering already from this, oil sector. Their major exposure was oil and power. Now that we are seeing that there's a little improvement in oil sector, most of those small companies that are involved with crude oil business and all those stuff, we see that they will be kind of doing a recovery. And don't forget that First Bank was highly exposed. They are not performing loan. The percentage then was huge. Why other banks were able to manage? But because other banks still have little that they're hanging here and there, also the little they're going to recover from there is going to also impact on their bottom line. That's why you are seeing that sector is set to move. And also I said earlier that when the economy is recovering, no matter whether weak, slow, but it's a recovery move. Those companies that are also owing will be able to pay little of what they are owing. Banks have structured this loan before now, they have discussed, and they are coming. It will also be a plus for the bank. And don't forget that most of our banks are taking advantage of going to this trade zone in Africa that we just reached, which we know that going to the future, we expect better number from this banking sector, the financial market generally. For me, this is the time for us to put our piece and watch the market. The market is really on the right direction. The vibe I'm seeing, investor vibe, is very, very strong. And that vibe will continue until the earnings season finish. Then we might see a little pullback in November. Then before also start positioning for end of the year. And don't forget that this year, we're seeing end of the year again, at 31st, we're seeing end of the quarter 31st. See, that trend is going to remain. It's only in November we might see a little pullback after any season, where people are taking no time to analyze the numbers after they have seen all the company their number in this October. They are going to portfolio readjustment in November. Then in December again, you see what we call Santa Claus rally associated with end of the year, end of the quarter. You see all of them going to keep this last quarter active. And when I say this quarter is associated with a lot of seasonality, these are what we are saying, because a lot of strong consumer demand will be here. Now, last quarter, you see a lot of festivity here. Demand for product also will be on the up direction. That's also going to support the market on the strength of the earnings season and better economic data we're just seeing. Yes, whether people are saying inflation figure is it or not real, but it's a positive thing that to point an investor or trader or market player that things are getting better in terms of economic situation. That means it will attract even investors down at our market if all these positive macroeconomic indicators remain and is sustained going to the future. Don't forget that this last quarter, as I said earlier, is where you recorded high market performance for the past 10 years. Go and check it. Put your index, or I will put this chart also on a quarter basis. You see that last quarter of the year is always the most active quarter. For me, you don't need to panic, but rather to take advantage of the market. This is a daily chart. Let me quickly go to it. This is a daily chart already. You can see that there's a strong trend here, which will say what trend is your friend. This daily chart alone, it tells that you can see this strong the last day, which was on Friday. You can see that even the other days, the candlestick were still short. But on the last trading day, you see a positive candlestick here, positive one, bullish for that matter. It tells you that there is strong vibe in the market, strong sentiment in the market. And also when we draw our normal pattern here, we have seen that the market has formed head and shoulder before now. Because they form head and shoulder before now, it tells you that the market head and shoulder, in fact, head and shoulder is what is a strong bullish pattern. But when you see an head and shoulder that's a top one, but it's an impact, the top one there that also there's a sign of what? Of correction. But when you see an impact head and shoulder, as we have seen in our market, or even on a weekly, on a daily chart, if you draw this, which I did last week, I also show you, if you draw this down here, okay, take it up here again. Sorry. Let me take it down. Okay. Draw it from here. From here, take it down here again. Take it here. Take it here. Take it here. You can see this what we call head and shoulders. You can see it is clear here that what we are saying here. I think you are getting the gist. The thing is already easy here to identify. It's a very pure thing, very clean. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see 4. This clear that market is really strong now. But you can see that it has not even covered where it's coming from here. That's also a sign on the daily chart. This is just purely daily chart. You can see that market has opportunity to cover where it started the downtrend here. Before it went up here, came down again, went up. Now this trend that the market must correct. Once it correct here, You see, it now gather momentum to continue. You can see this alone. I'll show you where the market is heading from. That's why I said you need to up your game in technical analysis. And that is why, yeah, like today now, I'm so opportunity also to launch a product. This is a home study pack for every participant, and it has six topics in that pack. And the pack is called Invest Data Technical Toolbox for buy and sell decision. For buy and sell decision for anything that if you want to be able to read through these videos and get it, you can know where to identify buy and sell signal using technical. But don't forget that as effective or on a successful trader or investor, you must know how to combine the two. You don't rely on one part of it. That's why you don't work with one of your legs. You use two of your legs. That's why you can move. If you really want to make real move and success in equity market, you must know how to combine the two. If you are depending on fundamental alone, you will also be shortchanged. If you are depending on technical alone, you also be short. That means for you to make take advantage of the market and go ahead of the market, you must know how to combine the two. Once that is done, you are good to go. That is why I will encourage you that as we're launching it now for a short period, take advantage and get those materials. This is a home study pack that you can watch anywhere, in your car, in your video, in your phone, anywhere you are. Take advantage because knowledge is power. I have seen that capital market or stock market can shape your attitude. It's all about interest. Once you have interest and you want to make money, as you are getting all these tools, all this knowledge, it's for you to move forward, it's for you to make advantage, make a headway, to advance further. Even though you're a professional, you need something to add to. Because even in our market today, most of our professionals, they are standing on one leg. And that's why when stock take off, they start asking why is it, because they didn't know what is behind it. But as a technician or fundamentalist, when you know how to combine the two, you know why a stock is moving. Because you have seen a pattern, you have seen some fundamental coming in. That will come in. When you are jumping in, you jump in with courage. Like there's some stock I want to give you today. When I saw the pattern just at the end of market yesterday in the night, I said these are stocks that we should look at and go along. Once you know the kind of stock, you are good to go. Also, the good thing again that you should have in mind, and which if you are following me, I always emphasize on it. If you look at when this market starts making this uptrend, look at the volume that market recorded when markets were coming down. Here, look at the volume. These are low volumes. You can see them here. But when the market take off from this point, you can see that the volume traded in the market has changed. This on a daily chart, it has changed. And I tell you that when you see a volume in the market and you see positive earnings, you are about to see what moves. And that move is what we are seeing. Me, I'm not surprised because if you look at the market, or what we call a market price to earnings ratio, it's very, very low. It's below 12 times. Tells that most of our stocks are purely undervalued. And if stocks are undervalued, it tells you that there is opportunity for you to make money there. That means your margin of safety is high. If your margin of safety is high in any position you're taking, you are good to go. And that's what the market price to earning ratio have showed us, that market is still cheap. Even at this point of we're seeing 41,438.15. Still market is still cheap. That tells you that our company numbers is going ahead of the price. And when earnings is moving, price will follow. When earnings will price will follow. It might take time or not, but make it that when earnings is good, on the short run or the long run, price will respond to earnings. And you see a positive earnings coming, later or not, you see price moving in that direction. That is the good thing when it comes to earnings. Yes, let's quickly look at our weekly chart, which is very important. You see this weekly chart here? See this weekly chart here? Yes. You can see that you've seen it. You can see this weekly chart. But funny, before I will do it, I will just quickly take you down here to draw this arrow here. See, if you see this arrow I want to draw here, from here up like this, you can see what you see. Look at when the market correct here and it started pulling up in this direction, you can see that the market has a volume coming up on a weekly basis. See, if you look at this arrow I drew here, see that the index volume traded is on the rise. And you can see also that in this angle, the impact the head and shoulder on a weekly chart. You see the same pattern was formed on a daily, and with that it tells you that's why I say it's a classic chart pattern that you should also understand. When you see it on impact position like this, on individual stocks or on the index or on the sectoral index, tells that something is about to happen in that particular index or stock or the general market performance. That's why you need to know. And we discussed this classic patterns in our last masterclass, which also guided us to take our position, which all of them were taking now, we can see them already gaining. For those in masterclass, when I just send them their update for just 10 trading days, they see that their stock position on general have returned almost 10%. In all the stocks that we, none of them is in red. They have returned general stock at about 10% for just 10 trading days. It tells you where they are going, and it's a 91 days position. If under no less than 10 or 10 trading days, they have gotten almost 10%. That's what the remaining day. And we see that this last quarter is very very active. Investors' vibe has shown that we are going to support. Don't forget that this vibe will not remain all through. There's a time for what also for profit taking, which is part and parcel of the market anywhere in the world. When you see market cooling down, don't need to panic. It's a correction, and correction is expected to come when people have made money and the price will adjust down. That means when you see a little correction in the market any moment from now, don't need to panic. But if the earnings we're expecting, the state of the numbers when they hit the market, we'll see how long this volatility will last. And for me, it's a good moment for the market and for you and I. The volume has confirmed where we are going. And if market is going up like this and there's no volume, I will be afraid and I will let you know. But if market is going on with a strong volume, it tells you that those that are standing on the fence before now are coming back because they are seeing that the fixed income market are still lacking direction as we speak now. They don't know where they are. For that, they have to come and position in those blue chip companies that pay dividends, and those also their numbers are improving, knowing that as I said earlier, as we are saying that the exchange rate, market is having crisis, also is going to affect some companies, but also there are some sectors that we're going to kind of benefit from that because they have done what I said, I call a backward integration, which earlier I said it here. For me, we don't need to panic. The market is in for us. Yes, around you will be a bit not too clear, certainty because of insecurity that there. But you as a trader and investor, look at what are the things that will impact the market so you are playing positive. That's why when I saw the consumer price index for September, I was happy. Yes, people are calling me, it doesn't reflect the economy. Fine. But it tells you that it might not reflect the economy, but gradually, there's a decline in price. On month to month, you might see little uptrend, but for year to year, we're seeing already a decline. So I say, it's declining gradually. But let's see where we go from here. Only that insecurity is also quite because the harvest period, we're not expecting much, but if you can see going forward before the end of the year, it will give us insight what our 2022 will look like. And that is why, for me, I'm not panicking at all. The market is in order. I've reviewed to you, so that you and I should just stay calm and watch. We don't need to look back and say, because when the actual figures start hitting the market, as I said earlier, to give you the corporate position of the companies. And now that position will tell you insight of what we expect in terms of GDP for third quarter. Before we release the second quarter GDP for 2021, we already seen it in the second half of the year result of many companies that did well, and that shows. And when it was good, we are not surprised that we are seeing that kind of GDP recovering and on a positive direction. That also when we see the third quarter result, which the ones that have come now have given us insight already. I will tell you the one from UCAP, the fantastic number, which we want also to look at it before we round up. That is a good one. But don't forget that I said earlier, you need to up your game in technical analysis. Try and get your materials. Once you get it, you are free to go. Just call us, just give you a little guide. If you know it, fine. But you need to also have your software because it's very important for you to also take advantage of. You know when to buy and when to sell because it's a game. Like I always tell you that if you want to take trading as a business, have all the tools you have because people are doing as a business, like their livelihood, whether abroad or here. People are doing and living on it alone. It's not done on you to just equip yourself with knowledge, get equipment you need like software, all these ones we are using here, get it and run with it. Once you are done with that, I will tell you, you might not win all the rallies in the market, but if you're a good technician combined with fundamental, the one that will leave you will be very few. But you take advantage of information and make money in the market. That is why we're here to share all this knowledge and information for us to become a better investors and traders. Once that is done, we are good to go. There's a quick one. Let me just take you back to the fundamental that were released. Especially, we're looking at the UCAP here. We're looking at UCAP. Before I will show you the third quarter release date for most companies. When UCAP released their own, I was not surprised. UCAP released their own before on the 16th of October. On the 16th of October, now it came early this time. 19th of October. When we come there, you see, so that you know how to plan with all this earnings release date is key. this is the first number from other financial sector, and I'll tell you these numbers, this one are okay. But when I saw the one that came from the two market bank I told you, it just blew my mind. I said, wow, this is a sign of good thing coming for the market and also for the financial sector. That means you and I also dust our portfolio and know where we are missing in some sectors that are not in our portfolio, or some stuff that need to be in our portfolio. This is the right time for them to be. The one that need to go, don't mind what they are giving you. It's time for them to go, because I'll tell you, whatever you are seeing in any rally now, it won't continue. So that means if you set your investment objective in those of the financial sector that rally, take profit and enter those that they have numbers or their payout also support a stronger rally again. The one that are rally now on market momentum and sentiment, is the time for you also to start bailing out. You also let all this, but if you have your charts, your technical analysis, it will tell you that this price is already at overbought. You will know, because it will guide you. That is why we need to have these technical tools by our side, so that at any time it will guide you. Once you know how to use your technical analysis, you are good to go. I will tell you, many of us in this class are really up their game, because when they call me that they charted this one, it likes me, give me a lot of concern. It means we are now becoming more intelligent investor than bandwagon investor. Now, when they call me and they explain it to me, I say fine. That means we're having more technical chance in the market, and that makes the market more attractive. Not only long-term investor, we have players that are short-term, combined with the long-term investor. See, the market will move in a better way, become a bit stable for you to plan and for you to also to invest wisely. That means you just need to up your game, get those materials I've mentioned. I think for the 6 pack, it's about 55,000 for all. One individual topic there is about 50K, depending on you. If you have got 2 that was early launch, you pay lesser according to those guys in IT. But get this material, because I will tell you all strategies were explained with different indicators to guide you at any time. Our market is very, very dynamic as we speak now, because we are seeing more institutional investors locally coming to play the market. You need to move with them, because these are the smart money that moves market. Where you see volume going, this smart money, you need to know when they are entering. Technically, will tell you that funds are leaving this stock, funds are entering the stock. If you know how to, that's why money flow was made a topic in that part, so that it will guide you. All you want this money flow to do was done there diligently, that it will guide you what to do. Once you know that, I'm telling you, you play safer and also take advantage of money flow. Money leaving a fixed income to capital market, to stock market, money going back to to a fixed income market, leaving, even when stocks, people are selling down on the stock. Once they say sign, when you say volume, you say that this is a volume, it's a buy volume, it's sell volume. Once you do all this, you will be caught in the web. Also, when you allow your investment objectives to guide you, but many of us only want the market to carry us up and down. When the market is doing up, you'll be smiling down and there. You have not set target. That same muscle that rally will only bring you down, because you didn't know where to exit. You know how to set your investment objective, so that you will be carried up and down with the market, and the market also land you on the ground. No, set it go before you enter. Yes, back to UCAP. You can see this company top line is very impressive. They moved from about 7.07 billion to 11.33 billion, about 60%. I will tell you, by all standard, when we check what has happened in this result, our own investors that will have criterion to pick good stock. This stock surpassed all the criterion that we set before now. Says that UCAP is going somewhere, and I will agree with people that don't do a lot of comment on the group that yes, I've started in position with them, because the numbers are reviewing where it's going, and volume is coming. Despite they have those 6 billion shares, that's that good volume is coming in and out. Say that when you see that kind of activity is there, people are taking position for something that will surprise the market when it finally hit the market. That means if you are in UCAP, I will tell you, don't need to panic. If you want to enter, good to go, because you still make good return if you're a trader on the short run. This stock is in order. Go back to see the profit after tax. For that issue, I'm just interested. I'm interested in top line and profit after tax. Why? Because the tax we paid, the expenses would have been taken care of before I see profit after tax. That is why in any of my analysis, I'm concerned most with what your top line and profit after tax, because you have done all your subtraction and addition of your revenue, of your expenses, pay the government, because it's key. You must take care of tax. That's why, if that profit after tax, every shareholder, but that is only where they cannot talk, because you have given government their own. You have paid all the expenses, you have paid your salary, staff, everything. Then that one that is corporate, that is to see earnings. What is part of me as a shareholder? That's why every investor wants to look at. know what is the profit after tax, what is the earning per share, because they want to know what they're going to partake. What, from there, you can guess what's likely to come to them. That's why see at the end of the year, the board of directors will approve from the earnings, because if you don't have earnings, there's no dividend payout. You need to have this at the back of your mind. Once this is done, you can move to the next level. That is why after seeing your this fundamental, the next thing will be checking your fundamental. Like I tell you that fundamental will tell you that the stock is good to buy. This good is very undervalued. This one is this one. For the right price to buy it, what is the the behavioral pattern of the psychology of people in that stock at that particular time? And that is what technical analysis will review to you. To review the pattern, tell you the sentiment behind it, tell you the behavioral attitude in that stock, that particular period. Like always tell you that if you look at the markdown and mark up of our stocks here, look at it. There's something that you mark down, they will bounce back. Then when you mark down, you see drop before they go. There's different pattern that you should also learn in the market. Technical analysis will review all this to you. Once you know you have it head but fundamentally, you know it by periodically, but you need to check what period of the year does this happen. Once you have it, you can always plan with it. And while planning it will be a good thing for you at all times. Then if you go back down to see the shareholders fund, which is also very important, shareholders fund for UCAP, I also move up. It tells you that they're also creating value for their shareholders. It tells you that this company also know where they are heading to. That shareholders fund is very, very important. When you look at it and say, yes, all different shareholders fund is the net assets, difference between the total assets and liability. And you can see from here now that for UCAP, they grow their shareholders fund with the net assets by 33.something%. It tells you it's a good one, from 20 billion to 26.something billion, which is good for me. And but as I told you earlier, their share issue is still small, and their retained earnings is becoming stronger. Their retained earnings move from 17 billion to 23 billion. No, this stuff, their retained issue is very small. That's why I'm still telling people that in my mind, if they really want to expand their business the way they are going, this share cap will be enough for them. That means the possibility of bonus at any time, or they want to do the right issue is there, so that they can expand their share capital and also raise more money for them to do their business. That means if you are not there, you don't know what will happen between now and December. They might try to come with one bonus, or 1 for 4 or 1 for 5, or they pay you another 80 kobo or 90 kobo. But because their share issue is small, I guess that something will happen, because they need money to do more business. They need to also work on their share capital. Share capital is very, very important, because it's still small at this level. For that, I believe they will do something from there. And that is why I'm not worried. That I know that the company is going somewhere that at the end of the day, you will smile. Also, if you look at the EPS for third quarter is standing at what? At 0.99. When you divide the 5.57 with 6 billion ordinary share, you are getting almost 0. But that means for third quarter, they are having almost 1 naira. Nothing stopping that at the end of the year, 140, 135 is possible. And we don't know what they're going to pay a dividend. They might hit the market with 1 naira dividend. That means it's like to catch fire. When a company made 140, and don't forget that they are one of the high payout companies who know on the exchange, and their dividend is if they try to pay 1 naira and try to selling below 1 naira now, below 10 naira now, so that's 10%. It's possible, because if they are making 140 at the end of the day or 135, they try to retain 35 kobo and pay investors, because I will tell you that one of the companies that pay have a good payout ratio. If that is maintained, we will expect the number to still continue to look up. That is what I have for UCAP. And you might say that the price to book is high. I'll tell you why it's high. Because the price is moving ahead of earnings, and also consistent dividend will also support this company going forward. Because when a company has consistent dividend payout history, the valuation becomes easier for whoever is valuing it, and that also add a plus to the company. For me, UCAP, stand, the position to make more upside direction. But don't forget that they are people that are bound to take profit. Any pullback you see in UCAP now will be a plus for you to compare. That I want to say, buy in a pullback or in a dip. But you say a good pullback in UCAP, I'll tell you that you take position there. If you're already there, watch and see how the trend moves. Because what play out in other stocks might likely also play out in the consider realities that are coming in different angles, different sectors. And that is that this market is so interesting that you think that it's not happening here. The day it starts happening, you can see the move from one sector to the other, looking for opportunities to pay to it. That is why you need to be a technician, so you can design when to that came for masterclass. When we were discussing the first one, I was discussing it, I should have chart part and everything, but I didn't know that it would be so sudden that break up. But the break up, but they still make money in a short term, in less than 5 days. They hit their target of 29%, and they came out before the stand started moving again. That's that you need to understand patterns. That's why you need to put your eye on what on technical to up your game in investment. Don't rely on one aspect of analysis, fundamental. Fine. Yes, they are good. Economy, they are good. But what matters is demand and supply. Comes with what? With pattern, with behavior of people, sentiment of people in that market. That will define how far the price will go. Yeah, for review, this is what we can take for review today. If you have any, anything to add to it, you are free to add to it before we now take our question and answer. Thank you all. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hello, Ambrose.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Great analysis, Ambrose. Thank you very much. We really appreciate all this exposure and the knowledge concerning this market. However, I just want to ask, because the NGS that was supposed to be listed in the market yesterday, according to the I don't know. Hello? Hello?
Hello, go ahead.
Go ahead. I said the NGS that was supposed to be listed in the market, when I checked yesterday, I think it came under NGS group, but there was no trading on it. So I would like you to say something about that listing of the NGS and the market makers, because I feel that the market makers are being introduced or now coming to the market. There's likelihood of bringing in liquidity, which is one of the gaps that we are experiencing in the market, to turn things around. So I would like you to speak on the issue of the listing of the NGS and the market makers. Then Honeywell.
Okay.
That Honeywell, I still need to understand some things concerning the Honeywell. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I will start with the NGS and the market makers before I will now conclude with Honeywell. Honeywell is one of the stocks I discussed, and when I saw the chart pattern, it was something good for me to say it's a place to put ahead. Yes, the NGS was successfully listed yesterday. I will tell you because I got some little units yesterday, and it was traded. And also for me, it's also good to deepen the market, which is good for the market. So such will make the market more liquid, and we have more stock to play. That's why we encourage more listing in the market so that we won't restrict ourselves to few stocks. On that note, that is for NGS. NGS listing is a good one, it's a welcome development, and I think the market is happy to welcome that to the market. For market makers, yes, the kind of a coincidence that happened that a day to the listing of NGS that the market maker were kind of reactivated again. Before we have market makers in the market, but only that this part of the world, our market making is limited. It's not like how it's done in a matured market where we have specialist market makers. They liaise with the banks, they have fun to do a lot of activity. But here, why our market makers before now have not been active because they don't have the funds, to move the market. But if by via anything that now they can have access to funds from the bank to do that market making, this market will catch fire. That means we don't need to even to depend on foreign investors again. If they have access to liquidity to play the market, they keep market active. That will even attract more listing because all those small companies, if they are doing well, they can come for listing and have access to deep funds. If they now, as they have been kind of relaunched again, let's know their agenda because before now they bring the market, we don't feel their impact because they don't have liquidity. If they are coming now with another strategy that they have access to funds to make market, fine. Not because NSC was listing yesterday, quickly put them on board again. But let's see that it was coincident, not for that. But going forward, we want to see the activities of this market makers. Actually, anywhere in the world, they provide. If you want to buy any stock, they make that available. If you want to sell any stock, they make that. Not that you want to sell stock, you'll be being for 3 days, but nobody is speaking it. It's not done like this in any other market. The market makers, or especially the called the advanced market, who pick the stock. And that means if they are ready now to warehouse the stock and wait long on that stock, that way where they make money and sell. But why they are not doing before now, there's no liquidity with them, and they can't tie their money down on the position. That's why they are not doing it actively. But we pray that this time they should come and do it actively. That is good for me. If that is what it is, a welcome development at this point. For Honeywell, the market was, I will tell you, the market was really confused because after the movement of here and there, when they're waiting for the AGM, even during the AGM, I was getting correct. But I said, I'm not in the AGM, I have a meeting elsewhere. But after the AGM, I now start getting feedback. I need to call my people and everything. But the whole thing went well for the AGM. and they said all their plans still remain intact. And the market reflected that on Thursday and Friday. On Thursday, the market, they were still buying activities. It dropped as low as 310. It went back to 338. Yesterday, it did almost 5%. No, tell that there is no negative information that came out from that, but a positive one that is trying to make the stock to rebound and move forward. Where it's going now is what I don't know. But don't forget that this stock also have put an impressive Q1 number, and also expecting a Q2 number to come from now. If that Q2 number comes and it beat market expectation, we're going to add another momentum to the stock. That means now they are saying their discussion is staying intact, and also we are seeing a better performance. For me, it's a good time. If you are there, you want to upgrade and good, you want to hold, not to jump in at this point, you are good to do, because the market is open for every one of us now. Yeah. Buy from livestock. There's no cost alarm. Livestock, Honeywell are giving us insight where we are going from the market activities on Friday and Thursday, and now able to pay their dividend immediately after the AGM. Say that the company is going somewhere. They don't have fear at all on the stock. Already there. If you are there, you want to buy more. Yeah. Thank you. Is that okay?
Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. Sir, I want you to display the chart of First Bank and see whether one can still enter and make money on First Bank as a date. Hello, are you hearing me, sir? Hello? Hello?
I'm hearing you. I'm with you. I've heard you, sir.
I'm talking about First Bank, sir.
Okay, I will look at it now. Mr. Checker, hope you answer your question very well. Yeah. Let's go to the chart of First Bank now to say that we can see for ourselves what is happening in the First Bank.
And then the latest run from Honeywell, right from the left side. Look at him just making that dark cross in front of the 18-yard box to enable Salah to get that. Wow. It's a very good stop as well from Ben Foster. Quite agile there. Well, we're 12-minute team. But Liverpool are playing football from a different planet than what.
Hello, can you see it?
Oh, it's not okay. Sure. Yes.
Can you see the chart there?
Yes.
Okay. This is a weekly chart of First Bank. I will tell you that this chart from what is already forming a V shape. At the same time, this has beaten a copper handle. No, that means a lot of pattern has been performed on this stock on a weekly chart. And this is a weekly chart. If you look at from here to here, before the breakout, what you are looking at, I'm coming on. I want to draw something here before I continue. Let's take here. What was the cost to take here? Hello, yeah. Can you see it here? You see the breakout from here to this one. This was a speed one. And if you look at the candles, these are bullish candles. This for rest what you call. So there's a name called it soldier. This soldier out. There's a name for this candlestick. Very strong one, powerful and long candle. But one thing that you look at the top here. The top we are looking at here. Look at this top here. What price is it? It's around 14 naira. 45 kobo, and that is the top we are looking at. That any touch from here, you might see a reversal. And don't forget that when it formed this top, and this as at this as at January 2018. See when it touched that 14, when it touched it might likely also to slow down there and start pulling back. But now that it's done an up rally already. It has broken different resistance levels, which you can see. these are your booking dividend. The next one is this one now. Once it's able to touch here or break it out before we now confirm a new rally. But don't forget that the same stock, which I said earlier, that market sentiment and the momentum investing has supported this rally. One, because of the volume we are seeing in the market, especially in the stock. That volume is what is triggering the demand. I tell that when you see volume and consistent volume, then there is activity, and that shows that either institutional investor or high net worth investor are taking advantage of information they have in the stock. Don't forget that there's an off-market deal that was done at 16 naira, and another one was done around 8 naira 20 kobo before this rally started. That's that before somebody can take that position around that 16 naira, especially that they cover that gap between now and next week. But if you want to enter the stock at this price of 2 naira, 12 naira 70 kobo, I will say you have to be very careful and don't target more than 14 naira, 40 kobo, or even 14 naira. It might read there, start coming down. You can see what happened on Friday. A struggle, it came down before it rebounded on Friday. So profit taking hit the stock that same day before it rebounded. But the good thing is that you can see that this rally is not just a fluke. You can see that there's volume coming out to support this rally. And I tell you, when you support, the end of the rally has not shown now. If you see a reversal sign here, I will tell you this candle we are saying is a bullish candlestick, not a bearish one. But there's no sign now as our market close on Friday. That means this will have potential to touch 1350, 14 before to slow down. But I'll tell you that 16 naira that was done off market might be where it will touch first before this thing can slow down. And also, if they release their result early, we are going to show you the days release their result. First Bank is one of the late filer. No, the result come in November. But if they've done well, and like I always say, if they've done well, they might be among the first banking stock to flash their number. That means if you come early, it might also add to this momentum that we're seeing. But if it didn't come early, people will take advantage, take profit. When they pull back and the number comes and it beats expectation, might see a reversal on it. That is the way I see First Bank. First Bank has a good pattern, and I see people supporting it. If you are there, don't be afraid, but don't forget that if you have made your profit, meet your target, your goal on the stock, take profit. Don't be carried away with tradition that we are seeing in the stock. If you have thought your profit, I will advise to take it. And move to another stock.
Mr. Ambrose.
Under backing stock.
Mr. Ambrose, sir. Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please speak on livestock and Transcorp. I mean, it's like the movement here is not impressive. Can one pull out and go to other stocks?
No problem. I will talk on that one. This for First Bank. You can see for me, First Bank now at the moment now, if you have made profit, I would advise to take profit. If you enter at 12 naira or at 11 naira, you can tap into at 13 naira or 14 naira. Don't be greedy just because I see now. Once you thought that 16 naira, yes, or let the number come out and beat expectation to continue. But if not, because no matter how First Bank has rallied, if the numbers comes at the end of the year, don't forget that CBN will also go to look at their number. They will might not allow them to pay very robust dividend that will support their price. That means don't be carried away. Once you make money here, you can come out. But those companies that has constant dividend paying history, you know what they pay out. Now, once you make here, you can go and add them to the other position. I see stock like Access, a lot of banking stock that has opportunity, UBA. But now you can take this rally and make money and go, because at the end of the year, no matter how good the number is, CBN will have to approve what will come out from First Bank. That's my own observation. For that, we have to also be very careful and don't be carried away. Yes, let's quickly look at livestock.
Hello, Ambrose. On First Bank, before you go. Hello.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Yes, I'm wondering, don't we have laws that by now would have allowed or would have made the regulator or anybody to let us know exactly really what is happening? Why is this thing happening? Is it something fundamental, or somebody just taking position? If somebody is taking position, is this somebody who will turn around the bank or enhance the bank, or is this somebody who has now acquired at least the 5% by now with the way things are going? So with that target of, let's say, 5%, is it not necessary now for the regulators to let us know who pays it and why? Should people be just left speculating when such big amounts of money are concerned?
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, actually, there's one good thing that we should know. the off-market deal is not done on the floor, on the ground here. It's done on the exchange. That means regulators are aware. They know the buyer, they know the seller before they can allow it to exchange that price on the exchange. That means they know. And don't forget that NSC claims to be self-regulator. They need to let us know. But who I'm looking at would have let us know that is the SEC and all other players. But for me, they've not done something that is hidden because it was crossed on the floor. You saw it at that price, but it's an agreed transaction between two parties, left A and B, buyer and seller, before it's now started. But for me, like what I wrote, I said, for this market, sentiment and momentum investing, yes, the movement of the volume price is what really confused the market and the players. They start playing around. But when you see switch volume, like I said, that when you see volume moving, it tells you that either institutional investor is coming out or they are going in, or pension administrator, fund managers, and all those ones. But like you just said, we don't know exactly who have started this, but we have seen volume, and that volume market is responding to it. Subsequently, we have seen volume coming out of First Bank. The good thing is that in most of the banks in Nigeria, First Bank is when I say that their shareholding structure is loose. Despite that loose nature of their shares, that's that it has maintained kind of rally for almost 2 weeks now. People are coming to sell. They are selling, but people are picking it. They say that something is happening because other banks or other companies that has very tight shareholding structure, their price can be sustained. But for this one, even when you go up before, First Bank don't rally like this. If you go up, people will sell down. But see now, even though people are coming to sell, they are picking it. They say that something is happening. But that's why I said they've done their deal by approving it, but they didn't come to let us know. The point is that personally, I called one of the regulators to give us in the best data before we polish what I write up. What is happening? He said you get back to us. When we come back, he said, you do something else, that you get back to us. We don't need to wait for him. We now went ahead and publish our publication on our site, on our online platform. But I tell you that the regulators, they are weird. They know they are not doing anything that is funny. That's why they don't keep quiet. But before that, you transact, you know that agreed between them. The regulator approved. That's why they went at that price. For me, but if there's any other person in the house, I think that like in the house, you can add to it for us to advise us what the regulators need to do to price the market along. Because people were afraid what is happening. I can see I got called about First Bank this period, like the way I got called for like for Honeywell, for what's it called, for Madeku, UPDC. We were calling to ask. I say this is market direction for you. You need to follow the market. That's why I said you need to know how to do your technical analysis. Once you might not see a fundamental driving it, but when you see that momentum, when I say momentum investing or trading, go with that momentum. That volume you are seeing, that cheap movement you are seeing, go with it. But don't be carried away. Set the target and also exit at the right time. That's how to get that stuff. But for now, we can't sit here and know why they're not giving us information from them because wait and see. But if anybody in the house that has information about that, person is free to let us know. Yes, this is the.
Make a few comments.
This is the. Hello.
Let me make a few comments.
Okay. Okay.
Just like you confirmed.
Can you speak up?
You can hear me?
No,
can you hear me better now?
Yes, it's better now.
Okay. Just as you confirmed, the market allows negotiated deals. Just like we have, you can buy, you can sell on the floor. You are also allowed, two parties are allowed to decide on their own the price they want to deal. Then you notify your stockbroker to complete the negotiated deal slip. If any of these parties who wants to buy it or sell it is up to 5% shareholder in that company, or this transaction will take any of the parties to become up to 5% shareholder, the broker will complete the notification form. You notify the exchange. That was done for this 473 million deal. It appeared for the trading system. The market was notified that there is going to be this negotiated deal. And as it was being consummated, the market was duly notified. So nothing untoward happened. It's allowed.
Thank you very much.
You.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah.
But can I ask a question on this, please?
Okay.
Just in line with what she has said. Yes, cross deals are acceptable between two parties. But if you see two major traders, for example, who chooses to be exchanging volumes, probably on a weekly or on a fortweekly basis. So I sell 200 million today, party A and party B picks it. 1 week after, party B sells it again, probably at a higher rate. I buy it, A. 2 weeks after, me, A again, I offer it for sale at a higher price. B buys it. So transactions between A and B, which is manipulated, for example, is increasing that price. Probably over a 1 month period, you would have seen a 50% growth. This in reality can happen, but if it happens, does the market not investigate this and see, for example, that is a manipulation? I want to cut it. It can be between two parties. I just narrowed it down to 2 traders. It can be 5 parties who are doing these deals, or big buyers, who are just trading. I just thought I should ask this.
Thank you very much. That's a very good question. I am a broker. I am the team lead of a stockbroking firm. I'm not a regulator, so I will not be defending regulators. I will tell you on good authority, no 2 parties can do that on the NGX and get away with it. Market surveillance is 247 on as we go on. Even where they are not discovered, that day, that week, eventually within that same month, they will be discovered and penalized. So what you described, something like that happened a couple of years ago in AP. I tell you, brokers lost their authorized clerkship because of that. So it is possible.
AP and Union Bank, you are right.
Want to be adventurous, do it, but I can tell you on good authority, they will not get away with it. Every trade that is done in that adventurousness, whatever, is reversed, and whatever gains, they need to pay a similar amount to the exchange as penalty, and the gains from them. There are rules and they are being applied. So whoever wants to do it and does it pays for it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, the like what you just said, I know that the market approved it, but I know that regulators, they are also not sleeping. If they want to ask or give us any information, let's wait and see. But like I said, you are there to make money. I am there to make money. Don't be carried away with what the momentum investing or the ship movement was seeing. Set a goal. Once you achieve that, take your profit and go. That is where you should be. Please don't be carried away with the rally, because to a level, the fundamental might not support it. But I said earlier, that means if you are there, be smart. Yes, Mr. Apadeka, your hand is up. Your question, sir.
Yes, you're on livestock now. We've not finished.
No, somebody, and I know somebody's hand is up. Let me, I will put the livestock. Your hand is up here. Mr. Apadeka.
Hello, sir. Mr. Ambrose. Yes. Well done, sir.
Yes, sir.
I want to take us, just a little observation on the UCAP that you analyzed.
Okay.
I just thought that I should draw your attention. What's the implication? The total comprehensive income seems to be on a huge side, about 66 billion, if I'm not mistaken, 66 billion.
Yes.
And what would be the implication of that? Because total comprehensive income, is not actually realized. If my knowledge of accounting is right.
Yes.
So what would be the implication on the future earning of the company?
If that figure become reality, it also add to the bottom line of the company at the end of the day. For you as an investor and I, what is important to us, I want to see the real activities for the season or for the period, which is the profit for that period or profit for the year. As we speak now, 5.92 is their billion is their profit. All they are seeing that they are still kind of add up before the end of the financial year. That compensation might also be consummated and reflect on their number. But for now, we are they're dealing with the EPS that give us profit after tax. That is why anywhere in the world where you are calculating your earning per share, you don't use your comprehensive income to do that. You use your PAT.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, we're already on livestock. I know that this livestock, for me, livestock, even there, without even doing analysis of livestock or looking at the fundamental, what I'm seeing a plate pattern. Which I told you people here that pattern is very key. In technical, like you say, your friend, trade is your friend. Also, without pattern, no trade. Yes, you can see this is called a saucer or a saucer formation. This stock is going somewhere until a cover up here and break out. This trend will not stop. You can see already what is coming. And look at the movement in volume here. It's still in order. It's still in order. You can see it's still in order. See where it was struggling around here before it started making up. The volume within this period was also low. It tells you that for me, we are still in order in this stock. What we are seeing is very, very positive technically. Patterns on a weekly chart is strong. And I can tell you, the volume I'm seeing is also commended to support a bigger movement to the future, especially when the numbers hit the market and meet expectation. This is stock that I know for the last 6 years did not pay dividend, and now that they are back in profit into 2019, and I believe dividend possibility is already underway. And the holding structure of this company is tight. What I'm bringing on this fundamental is for you to support this that one from the saucer formation of the pattern we are seeing, and this also is a strong pattern in technical analysis. This one tells you that now they have not paid dividend. If they start to pay dividend for this financial year, on the strength of the earnings we are seeing already, and also the expected result, I see that the stock will move faster. Once it moves faster, it will cover this place and surpass. And this is a very no sign that the stock is going somewhere. Watch it very well. Even as from next week, you will see the movement in the stock because we are seeing a positive technical in the stock already, and fundamental is underway. And don't forget, the agri sector is the one of the sector that drove the economy to where they are, and the figure was saw in GDP. No, that means that sector is still strong, and that is where it operates. I see stock like Presco, Livestock, HL and Okumu. This stock is doing well between now and going to the new year 2022 because of the recovery of the economy and government kind of focus on them to support consumption and all those stuff. For me, it's a stock that you should watch. If you are not there, any pullback you are seeing, jump into this stock because when results come, it's going to surprise the market. And don't forget that when results is good, market will react to it. But when results is bad, market will treat you like that. If this number come at the expectation, you will be surprised to see a real rally in the stock. That means if you are there, any kind of opportunity you have, can accumulate your position in this stock. That's for Livestock. Put the other one is the second one. Transport.
Yes.
Yes, you can see Transcorp here. Transcorp on a weekly chart too. It's also, you can see that the stock is still on how will I put it? Let me draw something here to show that this stock is still within a range that has not broken out. Once that range is out of that range, before you and I can say yes. You can see that this is the range. You can see it's within this range. We call it a rectangular movement. You can see that it's possible to put it within this rectangle channel. This is the support level, this is the resistance level. They have not broken out this place. Once it broke out around the 1 naira to 1.5 again, you cannot say that another trend. Once you break it out, it's still within a good buy range, but most traders will want to confirm a breakout first before they jump in. Like I was discussing one of us this class today that it's a strategy that I'm also adopted. Many people are adopting that strategy. They are looking at using their technical analysis to change their pattern of trading. There are some people that they want to buy at this level, but there are some that are waiting until they confirm a breakout there with a good volume before they jump in. What happened in First Bank has also proven that when you buy with volume, when there's a volume direction and there's a breakout, you buy volume, you always go with that trend and make money. That is why I said you should up your game in tech analysis. You must understand trend, you must understand the buy and resistance, support and resistance, MACD, money flow, all these moving average. Once you understand them and understand your chart pattern, is very key to make money in the market. That is the only way to make progress in this market. Don't just sit away and be waiting for somebody to tell you what to do. No, equip yourself. Add to your knowledge and make moves. I'm happy that most of us here are ordering for this material and the software to kind of add up and advance their returns and make more profit in the market, which I encourage others to do. Once you understand the technical analysis, for me, Livestock and Transport are good stuff to buy at this point. But some want to wait on the breakout of this 1 naira 2 kubu before before they jump in. But if you are buying at 98 kobo at all, at 1 naira, it's okay for me, because when results come again, expect 2 or 3 days daily. And now that we're seeing liquidity coming back to the market, now we're seeing market makers. On that you can do that. You can also look at this market maker, which I will do by next week. Let me tell you the stuff these market makers will be making. You know the kind of stuff they are making, because they were assigned stuff for them to make. They can't make, one person cannot make all the stuff. The market maker A will have stuff that will make. B will have stuff to make. The ones who know the market makers for this stuff, our next meeting will also guide us to more we expect in the market. Yes. Okay.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, please, I've noticed some kind of huge movement in Fidelity Bank. Can we check it out?
Okay, Fidelity Bank. Fidelity Bank, I will tell you, is what it's a stock that is going somewhere already. Your eyes is strong to see that stock that the stock that I know it. I have went down.
Last week.
You can see what you can see. Then I say we need to understand our technical analysis. When you see companies or stocks or the index forming this saucer, cup and handle, impact head and shoulder, to see different that pattern, you need to know. What we have seen now in what I don't do now is just tell you that where this stock is going. You see, it has formed a line here. You can see it has formed a line here. This run up and it's going up. And don't forget that the recent peak for this stock is around 2 naira 99. Okay, 3 naira 10 kobo was the highest. They might likely to surpass it this time. And once it break out here, it's good to, but until cover it up to get to this point before we now see a breakout. Once the cover break out, it's going to go far into the upside. That means you and I need to also keep our finger crossed and focus on these positions. For me, Fidelity has potential to go up, and like I said, all the banking sector are where you should be looking at. There are those that their numbers are really coming in better and stronger, and what to expect their created number to put our eyes to know or to see that will support everything at the end of the day. For that, I see a better rally in all the banking stock going to the future. Especially when their numbers hit the market, I'll tell you, dividend investors also, institutional investors that want to pay dividend, they put in their front those stocks, and that stocks start going up again. Now, like I just said, the institutional investor market makers, as they are coming on board, will expect that they want to make stock that also they see value and those stocks that will support the market. And since it support the market, it will go also a long way for them and also to make money. That's why stock like Fidelity, if you are there, you are good to go your position and watch them. No problem. Yeah. See now, I'm bringing the fundamental.
Hello, Ambrose.
I'm bringing the fundamental. Hello. And I'm bringing the fundamental in Fidelity and the chart pattern. That's why I say you must not to combine the two. You are seeing that the psychology, the sentiment in Fidelity is positive, and so also in the market. That means there are things that drive those sentiment, because they are seeing positive things. That is what we are seeing in Fidelity. Also in other stuff. That means you know how to combine these two together, fundamental, technical. You are good to go in any market cycle. Yes, go ahead, sir.
Hello, Ambrose. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
I want to talk about Fidelity. Yeah, I had a bad news about Fidelity some days ago.
Okay.
That fraud was committed by some of the staff to the tune of about 874 million.
In Fidelity, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Although I think the case is in court or something. But my question is that that type of heavy money being removed by some of the staff, who bear the brunt of it? How will Fidelity recover it back? Although it's a case that EFCC is in charge. But, if they cannot, is there a means of getting the money back? Maybe after those people have spent it or something. Please enlighten me about it.
Hello, Ambrose. Can I say something about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. Okay. I want to say something. In most organizations, they have an insurance called Fidelity. I think Fidelity Insurance.
Yes.
Fidelity Insurance is a situation where there's a fraud in the organization.
Yeah.
Once the insurance company is notified about that thing, insurance company will take over that responsibility and put the organization back where they were before the incident happened. And what's it called, the security companies, maybe the police and others, the insurance company will now, it's like when you insure your car. So most organizations have such kind of insurance policies because of things like this. So at the end of the day, when there's an issues like this, what they do is to call the insurance company, activate that clause and all that, and the insurance company will take over the responsibility and put the organization back where they were before the incident happened. And I know that most banks have such kind of arrangement with the insurance company. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you for the
Ambrose, can I
explanation.
also respond?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Ambrose.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this incident is not new. I would say that because I'm like an insider. It happened in 2019.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, it's just that it came to the news recently, but it's a 2019 incident. Now, it was a case of somebody hacking into and using staff login details to perpetrate it over a weekend. So all the people who were involved, the staff whose IDs were compromised. They've been sacked for negligence and all. But the person who actually did this is on the run. EFCC is on his trail and everything, but it's a 2019 incident, so it's not recent. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you very much.
More so, Ambrose, the money involved is too small to shake Fidelity. It's less than 1 billion now. So they won't even know that anything happened.
Yes, 874 million.
They won't even know that anything happened. It's less than 1 billion, so it's too small to shake them.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Now, secondly, Ambrose, sorry.
Okay.
I don't know where all these our companies are treating us. The Red Star Express promised us a bonus of 1 for 33 or something.
Okay.
They've held their meeting and we've never heard anything about. We've got the dividends, but the bonus we've never heard anything about it.
Okay. The day they approved the dividend and the bonus was approved alongside. What you do that the registrar have not started crediting your account. They won't approve the bonus separately. The day they approve the dividend, all have been put together. But when they start crediting your account, you get the bonus. They can't do them separately. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Yeah.
Please, can you analyze international breweries?
International brewery.
Yes.
Actually, for international brewery, let me just let you know, it's doing well gradually for now. You can see some activity in it, but this company has not released a positive number for the past 5 years. I will tell you that, you will know authoritatively. But market sentiment and activities, psychology is what you are saying last talk. And also, since Champion Brewing is looking up, you can see that attitude of Champion Brewing is awakening most of the brewery company. So activities returning to Nigeria Brewery again on Friday. We saw activities because Nigeria Brewery have dropped from almost 60 naira down below 40 naira. This week activities now have kind of changed the price of Nigeria Brewery a little up and that of International Brewery. And I will tell you, for International Brewery, I can't say there's something fundamental behind it. It might just be market activities as we are seeing that there is positive sentiment for most of the stock, especially now that the price is low. Looking at the orders in that brewery business, that's what I see. And knowing that Heineken is finding any way in any means to take over Champion Brewing, they can easily now integrate with Nigeria Brewery. That's why I've seen that kind of takeover. We have seen accusation of this and this in Champion Brewery. Once that one is settled, that movement in Champion Brewery will stop. And also, when they merge with Nigeria Brewery in the nearest future, see also what will take for Nigeria Brewery because their market will become enlarged. But for International Brewery, despite their merger now, that take them to the east and all, but I'm not seeing it much playing out on their numbers. Unless as we go to the future, but for me, what I'm seeing in that stuff is just sentiment and the market activities. Let me quickly call up the chart of that stuff. Let me see if you can see. Can see activities in this stock. It still remain down. This is a weekly chart. For here now, I can't say either buy or sell. And also, for me, I don't recommend this stock to be a buy or sell. And this is what I said. I will just let you know. I can't tell you to buy it. I can't tell you to sell it because naturally I don't comment on talk like this. Unless there's somebody in the house that can fill out an advice, but I can't advise whether you to buy it or not buy it. Yeah.
I can advise so.
Oh, go ahead, sir.
The truth is you don't have any business dealing in this stock, most especially if you are an institutional investor. That is one. Then for a retail investor, don't go too heavy. Just make sure that it's small because even the volumes aren't there. So, and then there is actually no clear direction. It's looking for a direction. So what you most likely see is a range between maybe 4 naira, 5 naira. If you're happy with that return, then fine. But for now, like you said, they've not released anything meaningful in the last 5 years. I think there are better things to do with one's money than play around international bureaus. That's my take, my personal opinion.
I agree with you, sir. Okay. Any other question before we round up? No.
Can we talk?
Okay,
please, Ambrose. Please say something about UPDC, Calverton, and MPF.
Okay, for UPDC, for me, I see that stock rebounding very soon. You can see what is happening consider an ally already. And the result I saw in the mortgage, the mortgage bank, I also give you insight what to expect in this estate-related business. Because I'll tell you, when there's inflation, most people want to go into real business and real estate business and will see the activities on the number that came from Infinity Trust mortgage and Living Trust mortgage. I see, for me, it's a clue that works like, and also for an ally to invest and be kind of taking some management move in that company. I see potential in it. For me, I see that their third quarter result, there might likely be a decline into their loss and they might even turn to positive. But for Madeco, see for Madeco, you ask again.
Calverton and the MPF.
Which one is okay? MPL. Okay, MPL is University Press. University Press.
No, MPF.
Nigeria Police.
Okay, Nigeria Police. Okay. Nigeria Police. No, Nigeria Police. I will tell you, since they finished their right issue, they have fun to play around, and that's the purpose of why they did the right issue, and that's going to reflect on their number as we're expecting the Q3. We'll see the impact of that right issue and what they started already with it in the number. For that, if you are that kind of stock, MPF, just hold on. And I told you earlier that they are sitting a lot of which fund they are using to play the market. Clearly, managing some kind of a pension for some paramilitary organization. It tells you that they also are suitable to move. For me, if you are there, relax. And don't forget that their dividend policy is consistent and they pay out good dividend. That's for that. But for Calverton, you see what's happening in NACO and that's happening in SACO. But for Calverton, this oil price alone that remain up, activities in most of the oil companies where they have contract has improved. Yeah, that's why there was kind of a contract cut during the pandemic, but gradually they are getting back their contract. I believe it will reflect from their numbers in Q3. I learned that most of the contracts where they are short during the pandemic, it opened up again for them to continue. That was so good. Calverton is more of what oil-related business. They move staff of company from one shore to offshore. That's their like also air servicing company, which I agree with you, but their own is more related with oil and all that thing. And also don't forget that recently they partnered with the Nigerian military in terms of their servicing of their aircraft and all those stuff. Tell you that the company is moving forward. That is for until we see a meaningful number coming out from those companies. We might see their price around that 2 naira, 180. But once a good number hit the market, it will change the face of the number. That is where we now look at your technical fine and look at what to do immediately. You can't play this market without using your fundamental and your technical. There are two things you use. Don't just rely on one. Fundamental is good, but technical for me is the right time to know what price to buy or price to sell. To know the momentum, the sentiment behind the stock, you must look at your fundamental, your tech analysis at any time. It's very, very key. Yeah. That's why, like I said about the product we have, that product will go a long way to guide you. And this we have 6 products in one pack. That's why you go story pack, invest data, technical toolbox. That technical toolbox, you see the indicators you need. You see sign where to give you sign to buy, sign to sell. Once you're able to pick it and you have your chart, you can actually also be doing the market, even the trading. Because I've learned that you can do the trading if you have your technical analysis at your front. And also you are doing online trading. You can be making money. That's why if you want to make trading as a business, up your game in knowledge, up your game, get all these tools you need to stay ahead of the market. You'll be smiling. Because I told them in one of the programs I attended that why you see people sitting on the fence because they fail to change their strategy. That's why I say because they lost money before, they are not bad. People are making billions more than what they did before now because they change their strategy and they move to what's happening, technology and all those stuff. This is time for you to come back to the market. If you're already in the market, up your game. Get knowledge as you are gathering here. Up it up again to get the tools you need, the equipment you need to invest wisely. And then run with the market and make money. Yeah. Also, don't forget our every Sunday a paper that also comes out from Daily Independent. You know that all our meeting is summarized in that paper every Monday, almost two-page pull out. You can read to remember all we have said. If you are listening also, so you can have access to our past discussion and how to take them to take informed decisions that will help you make a profitable trade. Get all those things. We are here in Investor to make sure that we're lighting investors. At the end of the day, we'll all be smiling to the banks. That's our key here. And I said it earlier that the master class, their portfolio for just 10 trading days, it's almost 10% on average. That is that we're just 10 days. That means when we enter next week, see, that's why you need to take advantage of all this meeting and key into it. Before you know it, you are good to go. It's about making money in the market. If you have information, make money with it.
It depends on the cash you have.
Yeah.
What about WAPCO?
Hello, Ambrose.
Hello, WAPCO. WAPCO for me
Yes,
is
WAPCO.
WAPCO for me. WAPCO for me is a good one. If you are there, pull your position. The pullback, when I saw pullback from almost 24 to 22, I quickly buy for my client. That was on Friday before they started to 24. For me, WAPCO is brought on their value in that industry. Yes, it might not move now, but it will still move. You can see how many long it took First Bank to remember it before you make a move. If you are waiting in the WAPCO, I will tell you, still wait WAPCO. There's a move for WAPCO that is coming. And also there's a rumor already that I don't know whether I've had it. Something might happen in that WAPCO very soon. Once it happens, so what's happening in WAPCO very soon, it will change the face of WAPCO. No,
hello,
yes.
Ambrose.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, this material, you have not given us details about the material. You are saying we should buy the material and all that. Because I would like you to speak on the topic, what we are looking at. At least we have a better understanding of what we are buying.
The material.
Wait. Let me just give you my questions. Then second one is I want you to speak on the issue of Farmadeco because for quite some time now it's now within the range of 260
yes
or 240 just like that, playing around that area. And that's for Farmadeco. What's actually going on? Then the third one is Access Bank acquiring one of these banks. I think in Zambia also. I have completed this acquisition of that particular bank. So what is the future of Access Bank? Because where I'm seeing Access Bank, I just want you to say something about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think this will be the last question. I will start with Access Bank. Before now in this class, we have said that Access is building capacity. And when a company or anybody or anything is building capacity, it tells you that they are going somewhere. They know where they are going. They have the vision that is driving them. For Access to continue to acquire banks here and there, they set a target for themselves. And this target has already started reflecting on their numbers. Whether you know it or not, I will tell you already. Because as we speak now, as at the end of Q2, Access are top the industry with their turnover, gross earnings. It tells you that this is started manifesting. And that means when they're able to finish all these applications and they up their profit after tax, that means they do their expenses. And you're not seeing that reflecting on their bottom line. They will not match with others. For me, this acquisition is also a plus for Access. Access also is trending towards 10 naira, but at 10 naira, 9 naira 95 it came down. That has become a little strong support resistance level for Access. Once Access break out 10 naira from now, Access will move. And the way to move, I will tell you, market will surprise. What we are saying in First Bank is just a little thing. The way Access moves. And don't forget that company, go and check their kind of risk management. They are up their game well in risk management. Check it. They are most of the banks that are always within the regulatory threshold in terms of risk management, in terms of non-performing loan. For me, it's a plus for Access, and they are working to take advantage of this Africa trade zone. And that's why they are acquiring in Botswana, in South Africa, in here, because they want to spread their tentacle in Africa so that it will be a one-line business. You don't need to get access anywhere. Once you are in that, you can do transaction anywhere in Africa. It's a good thing for assets, with other banks also feeling. For me, that is good for assets, and I believe that their Q3 will also surprise the market the way we saw in Yoka. Let's keep our finger crossed in assets. For Pharmadeco, I said it earlier that the sector is enjoying a form of positive sentiment, which goes up and down. You see that fixing rally, on down, slow down, you forget it will come to me and Baker. So Nimed, but Pharmadeco. But the good thing for Pharmadeco is that Pharmadeco, as we speak now, on the trend line to cross to a positive position, which the third quarter result is going to confirm. Once it confirms it, to change the face of Pharmadeco. Pharmadeco have done what we call backward integration, that they are not importing anything. That means all their production is within source within the Nigeria environment. That means this volatility we are seeing in FS will not affect Pharmadeco activity. And also, most of their drinks, most of their products have become also a market that people have to identify with. For that, I see a positive number for their Q3. But as we speak, if you look at their technicals, let me call it up for Pharmadeco, you will see that for me, the technical is not looking bad. We are waiting to see that fundamental to confirm where the company is going. Once fundamental come out the activity and it moves with it, we are good to go. There is no fear of. For me, I see a positive move in Pharmadeco. On that note.
Hello, Ambrose.
I'm coming. Are you hear me?
There's some question on the chat box for you.
Okay, thank you for that. I will look at it. This Pharmadeco chart now, you can see the recovery here. I can see that broken out this strong resistance level. But I see that when the numbers come to the market and it beats expectation, the drive continue. For me, at the price of 230 to 250, you can get that stop there, take position, because when the number comes to change the pace of rally, that stop. Market is waiting for something. That rally before now on sentiment, on momentum investing. Now market is looking for something whether it will continue, and that has been a pattern for all the stock in that sector. I see that they don't move, they move and slow down. They move and slow down. Now that's the pattern GSK have displayed, the pattern Satan have displayed, the pattern me and America have displayed, and even Nimed. Now for me, Pharmadeco, I'm not surprised I see this pattern also display here. Just wait and see what will happen. Yeah, that is for Pharmadeco. For the material that you just asked for, the material is all about technical toolbox for buy and sell decision, because we want you to know exactly why you are buying and reason why you are buying and where you should buy. And that is why we use different indicators to prepare this material. We have 6 topics in this pack. We have profitable trading with MACD. We have profitable trading with investing with support and resistance lines. Support and resistance lines forming a channel. Resistance, how to trade with it. We also have playing stock market profitably with money flow index. Playing capital market profitably with money flow index. You need to know how to use this index. Understanding RSI for profitable trading and investing. You must understand it and the elements, these indicators, how to use this indicator profitably. Why the other two? I think most of you have introduction to TA and the word APC of tech analysis. That's why there are 6 of them in this pack. For the pack together is 55,000. If you want to pick one, it's 15K. This is how to give you signals on how to pick
let's
stocks.
go up. Let me show you something.
How to what to pick stock. This is how it works on this materials. It's very good for you because we'll take time to look at the material. Yes, let me look at the task force now and look at the question here.
How much do you call the pack?
The pack is 5,000 naira. 5. Why the individual topic is 15,000 naira? This is a launch price though. And the launch price is
okay, the pack is how much? I didn't hear properly.
55,000.
Those who have bought, those who have bought the previous one.
Easy to comprehend.
Yes. Those who have bought the previous ones will pay 40,000 naira. Those that bought, you pay 40,000. Yeah, those that had to pay 40,000.
Thank you.
Yes, let's take the question on the chat box. Let's take the question there. Please,
sorry,
kindly.
Ambrose, before you go further, please. How do we now impute all the stocks there, or is this friendly like that?
They are very friendly because we use chart to explain it. Well, what you look at the mark in a chart, the mark in a price, the all you need to see, all of them was explained in detail. All was explained in detail so that which easy you can understand to use it. But you must have a technical software, please. Guys, but you must have a technical software to guide.
Please, do this thing.
Okay.
Can it support a ginger at all? Are you sure?
Okay.
Okay, the software. Are you also sending the software?
Yeah, we'll have the software. Yeah.
Okay.
But software is not among the study part price. Okay.
How much is software?
Software, it depends. No, there's one for 150, there's one for 120. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yes, for the question on the chat board, it said please kindly check the chat for Total, Honeywell. We'll do this Total, Honeywell and Las Vegas next week. But I'll tell you, Total and Las Vegas, they are good stuff to watch. Very, very good to watch. Yeah. The second one, sorry, the Honeywell dividend received this week. Good, fine. Yes, have been paid. Yes, for the stock to watch before we go. One of them, I want to quickly bring the chart up here so that we look at it together. And I want you to conclude what you do on this chart.
How much is it?
Can you mute every other person, please?
I've done that. I don't know why they are just coming up from nowhere. I've done that several.
Are you sure?
Yes, I've done that. Hello? Yeah. Hello?
Hi.
Okay. Yeah. Here now, this is one of the stocks we are picking for this week. I want us to look at this chart together before we conclude. And at some point in the house, you will just explain to me. This,
we're not seeing your chart.
I don't see my chart. Is it already? Can you see it now? Can you see it now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, Honeywell, right?
Yeah, Honeywell. And this, somebody has to tell me, this candlestick formation here, what the signal and what does it stand for? You can see this long, wick here and small cap here. What is the name of this candlestick and what does it stand for? This is a weekly chart before and I'll show you the daily chart of Honeywell. I told you that the daily chart is for quick decision and why weekly is to confirm the situation. Already we are seeing a hammer here. Okay, let somebody in the house explain first before I continue. What are you seeing on Honeywell at the end of Friday trading? Yes, let somebody explain. Okay. Anybody in the house that want to just try, let me just explain what this candlestick at Friday last week stand for in Honeywell. Okay.
Huh? Okay. Hello, Ambrose.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
That never dry well now.
Hello?
And it signifies, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, okay.
That candlestick looks like a hammer.
Okay.
And it signifies an uptrend.
Okay.
It has gone down and it has recovered up to that end.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. You are really hitting. Somebody else in the house can also try. If I talk for and go to daily chart. Okay.
So they call how many buys?
I think it's a bearish hammer and signifies reversal.
Okay. I say reversal. That means you are on the line. Okay. Reversal. That language, I want to hear it. Okay. Somebody else. This is a pure reversal candle. And when you see a hammer, when the market is on the downtrend or a stock is on the downtrend, it says that the stock is resisting decline. And you see that this last week, this stock called Honeywell dropped as low as 3 naira 10 kobo. But it bounced back to close on Friday at 3 naira 55 kobo. Yeah, this stock is what tell you that strength has come. I'm not going to go down. It now say no. And that is that there's a sign that this stock will rebound. And don't forget I told you that they just conclude their AGM and they pay their dividend. And pillar we are hearing from that all we have in plan before now, they are still in that. They are still going to perfect it very soon. That means the stock that I've got as high as 4 naira 29 kobo might likely go back and surpass it. But that's why I said it's one of the stock to buy. But let me quickly show you the daily chart of this stock. That will give you more insight. You can see.
Hello. Sorry, Mr. Ambrose, before you go to daily, on that weekly,
okay,
at 4 naira 29, don't you think it's a strong resistance there?
4 naira 29 is all resistance already. I'm going back there. Don't worry. That is the peak it got before it start coming down. Now you're still as low as 3 naira 10 kobo before rebounding. Yeah, you can cover up to that place. But you, as if you are buying now, you can even make more than almost 20%, 18% before you got there. You are free to go because we're a trader. But it's a sign that there's strength coming back to the stock. That's the beauty thing. And this is a reversal sign already on the weekly chart, which daily has confirmed. And daily is too volatile that give you quick signal to go with. Look at the daily chart already. When he did that same thing, you can see what another hammer here. What do you see the next time? Market rebounded. Are you seeing the chart, the daily chart now?
Yes.
Hello? Can you see the daily chart?
We can see it.
Yes. Yeah, it has confirmed that where the stock is going. That means you as a trader, even though you are there now, your confidence will come back that this stock is going somewhere. If you are not there, opportunity for you to jump in. If you want to have break down, fine. But that gives me a sign that, and also the earnings season, the expected earnings for Q2 is ahead of course. Next week or the before this month end. Today is already 16. That means anywhere from now you can see a positive earning that will support the price to still go further high. For me, it's a good stock to buy. Yes, to round up today's meeting, the stock to buy for this week are one, Honeywell. The buy range for Honeywell is between 3 naira 35 kobo to 368.
The Honeywell be honey flower. I can't say this thing, sir.
Honeywell, honey flower, they are the same.
Okay.
Then the other one is a custodian investment. Custodian investment does break out a strong support resistance level. It's a sign that it's going somewhere already. And don't forget that this company is considering a dividend payment.
I agree.
It has break out already so that you can look at the way of that. Another one is there is UBA. UBA is a stock to position now. UBA, if you get UBA between 8 naira and 880, you are good to buy within that range. Between 8 naira and 880 is good for UBA. 8 naira and 880 for UBA. Then the last one, custodian between 7 naira and 765.
Okay.
Then the last one there is Owando. You ask me why Owando. Momentum Owando has started turning around. And as we're entering the earning reporting season, the market is likely to be surprised with Owando results. Anyone that comes, if they release the recent one, as you open the eyes of the market, you see a move on that Owando. It's better for you to take position now in Owando. Owando is doing 5 naira 13 kobo. I will tell you, for me, if you get a Owando between anything 4 naira 85 kobo and 550, you are good to buy Owando. It's a good price to go. 585, 485 and 550. 485 and Owando is purely for trading, purely for trading. Owando is purely for trading. I'm not expecting dividend from Owando, but if it comes for trading now, between now and the end of October, when the number is expected to come to the market, that is why we are taking it. And don't forget that the sector, we expect that the oil price and also will play, if they try to give us the right position of the company. But I believe market will react anything that comes from Owando, and it's good for you to be there before anything hits Owando. The momentum is forming on the chart is positive also. That is why we are bringing out Owando as a stock to trade for this week. Thank you all, and God bless. Yeah, before we round up, somebody else also help us to pray to conclude the meeting. I will encourage a Muslim sister or brother in the house to pray for us to round up our meeting today.
Sorry, Ambrose, before you round up, what target price are you expecting for UBA? If we buy it at 880, what target price are we expecting?
10 naira.
Okay, 10 naira. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. Let somebody pray for us, please. Don't forget that the material is just the launch price, so that I can take advantage of it. You all have our candidates. You are free. Yeah. Okay. Let somebody pray for us, please. So we can round up the meeting.
Let us pray. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alaihim ghayril maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amen.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you all. Enjoy your weekend. See you next week by God's grace. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much, Ambrose. God bless you.
Sir. God bless you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ambrose. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir. Have a nice weekend.
Thank you, Ambrose.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Nice weekend, sir.
I will call you during the week.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambrose. Well
yeah,
done.
thank you, man. Thank you very much, man. Yeah.
Enjoy.
You too.
Okay, thank you, Ambrose.
Thank you, sir.
I will call you now on this material you just mentioned.
Okay, sir. No problem, sir.
Thank you very much. We'll place our orders for the material.
Okay, sir. You are welcome. You are welcome. It will turn your investment. You turn your investment. Yeah. For good. Yeah.
Thank you. Which material is this? I didn't come early.
Okay, this event data technical tools box for buy and sell decision. Yeah. You know, you have it's a new one, but it's a pack of six topic, but you have two already. Those that have to pay 40 instead of 55,000 naira because you bought your own the two before. Then those that have it before that bought with the launch price that two will pay 40 instead of 55. But those that buy it all will buy for 55. But if you want to buy individually, one by one, it's 15K for one topic. But say all of them are together for tech analysis.
I have bought that one before, Nabi.
No, you bought two out of this one. Only two you have in this pack.
Okay, so let you public before, Abi?
Yes, let you have this pack. It's a new one. We don't finish the production of those ones. You have two already. When I added four to it again now. That's why it's called the Invest Data Technical Toolbox for buy and sell. No,
okay, so how much am I supposed to pay if I already have?
You pay 40 instead of 55. 40? Yeah, instead of 55.
So that's what I bought before. How much did I buy there?
Because you bought at the launch price 15,000 naira for the two.
Oh, 15,000 naira for the two. So this one
but after the launch, you are selling now for 20,000 naira. But now, because you bought out, that's why you are not paying 55. You pay 40. But those are
good afternoon, Mr. Ambrose.
I should pay less than that now.
No, you have the price is 50. The launch price now is 55 for all. You have bought two for 15. That is why you are paying 40 instead of 55. Your 15K you paid, you have been taken care of.
So there's no launch now. So it's 55 now. If I paid 15 before for two, and then you have for remaining 40, and if the launch price is 55, it's the same thing now.
And now there's launch price now. Then after the price will go up. Now I said that one you bought for 20K now for individual one. It's because of this launch we are making it right. Individual before now they are buying at 20K now. It's already been on online. And Google it there. They are online. Their price.
Hello, Mr. Ambrose.
Sir.
Okay, so I will send you the 40,000. It's okay.
Okay, sir.
I send the
Hello, Mr. Ambrose. Can you hear me?
Give me the whole pack.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir? Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, if I want you to personally train me on these materials, how will that take place?
Oh, it depends anywhere you are in the world. We can do it on Zoom. We can do it a physical class. We have where we do one-on-one class if you are in Nigeria. But if you're outside Nigeria, we'll do it on Zoom. Then it will take hours. Like what we'll do every week, we spend 3 hours for training for 5 days. That is 15 hours. That 15 hours one-on-one training is 120K.
Can I face to face? Because I'll be in the country end of this month.
You know, if you're in the country, you can do face to face. Yeah. If you are not in the country, you can do it through Zoom. Yes, sir.
I will be in the country end of this month, and I'll do face to face.
Okay, sir. No problem, sir.
I have the materials already.
Okay, better. It make it smart. It make it faster. Okay.
But
So
I've not read them all.
Yes, sir.
How does face-to-face work? Where is the venue, or is it?
The face-to-face, we have a venue in Allen where we use for our training. We have also a marina, little place. We face-to-face, one-on-one. We was like 3 hours every day.
Okay, for how many days?
For 1 week, 5 days. You can choose the 5 days in your board. Yeah. Hello?
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I should come to do now.
Okay, sir. No problem, sir.
Then I will come with the material, right?
No problem. Then if you attend the training, you don't need the material again now.
Oh, but you said we need all those tools, boss this.
But I've already bought the tools from you, Ambrose. So that means you remove the price of the tools now.
No, the one that
if I come for the training, I don't need tools, right?
No, tools is the latest one. So normal training to combine how to use a technical and fundamental.
Yes, now I bought that material for you now.
That's what I'm telling you now. That one I will teach you those ones. You want me to teach you, but for the tools, you need the tools. The tools is not what I want to teach you. I want to teach you how to use fundamental and technical. I will start from interest rate, economy, global economy. I will go down. That is fundamental and company analysis. I will not teach you technical. Now I'm not giving you these tools. These tools are already material that you want to buy. But after teaching you, you can use the tool better.
Okay. I think I will meet you. I will meet you by next month when I'm in town.
No problem. No problem. Okay.
That face-to-face is better for me. This Zoom, I can't understand it, honestly. Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay,
thank you so much.
Thank you,
All right,
Lord.
thanks.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Bye, sir.
Thank you,
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, hello, Ambrose.
Sir.
Hello, Ambrose.
Yes, sir. I'm with you, sir.
Hello, Ambrose.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yes. If you check through your attendance today, I gave this thing to a friend of mine. She wants one of your staff to come and train her on stock trading generally.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
So she's online at the moment.
Okay.
You know, but unfortunately my phone I lost it. I don't know what to do at all.
Okay. Now after the training, from tomorrow we can connect and give her a number. I call her. I will now talk. No problem, sir.
Okay. In fact, I will see what I can do.
Okay.
If my phone is lost, how can I track it?
Yeah, if your phone is lost, quickly go to which line you use. Is MTN? After going to MTN to block it, go to police station to make report. They can help you to track it. Yeah.
Okay. When I called the police chief around here, he told me the police tracker is down nationwide.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, sir.
I don't know if it is possible.
Okay.
Mr. Ambrose,
yes, sir.
The stock for the week now.
I've given it now.
I beg, repeat it, I beg.
On Honeywell, consider an allied investment, UBA and Owando, sir.
Honeywell, UBA, Owando, and Cosville.
Yeah, Honeywell, UBA, Owando, and custodian investments. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Enjoy your weekends. Yeah, bye.